It's not an election. It's an oppression. In fact, it's a selection. It's INEC election. INEC selection. It's not the people. Like politics is the people giving power to somebody to rule. But this one, what we see here, is INEC. A few people will just gang up and select somebody and say, this is your president, and announce the result. So the next thing they say, we should go to court, because they know that they have already conquered the court. Even when they are doing that selection, don't be surprised that even the chief judge of this federation will be there with them and say, don't worry, you go and announce. What I mean by saying, if it is die, let everybody will die. Because the thing that is happening in Nigeria, we are already fighting war. Look at the currency crisis. Look at the fuel. War is already in Nigeria, so there's nothing anybody should be afraid of war. Already we are fighting war. Even as we speak now, Ukraine is better than this country.
So no joy, sir.
Joy.
Who accept Tinubu, with his performance in Lagos?
Performance.
Tinubu performed in Lagos.
What did he perform?
He built Lagos.
Build what? As an architect or what? What did Tinubu build in Lagos that he himself is going to abroad for medical treatment? He ought to have built a medical center in Lagos to show that he built something in Lagos. What did he build? He did not build anything. And he come and tell us, you present an old man, a man that is weak, present it to Nigerian people and with a bad platform. Just imagine the platform that he contested from, APC. And he come and tell them that the Nigerian people voted for you. Listen, if Tinubu will be the president of this country, that means they have called the whole Nigerian people fools. The whole Nigerians are fools. Because how can you tell us that the people voted for Tinubu, say because he told them that I built Lagos, I am going to replicate it in all over the Nigeria. That is the reason why they voted for him. Because you cannot tell us that the people voted for APC. And you come and tell us that they did not vote for the APC, but they voted for the man, as Siwaju, as what? A dying man. We will not take it, oh. We will not take it. That man will not take it at all, at all, at all. We are ready for them. And we are coming out soon. We will not take it at all concerning this, because we will not take it. If it is die, let everybody will die. Because the thing that is happening in Nigeria, we are already fighting war. Look at the currency crisis. Look at the fuel. War is already in Nigeria, so there's nothing anybody should be afraid of war. Already we are fighting war. Even as we speak now, Ukraine is better than this country.
So no joy, sir.
Joy in this country. There is no joy now.
So, sir, with yesterday gubernatorial election in Rivers State, what do you have to say about
the same thing?
The people we spoke with so far? They said this is the most peaceful free and fair election.
People did not come out. There is no free and fair election conducted anywhere. There is no free and fair election in any state. What we witness is the same system in the past. This, as in, I don't know what I'm going to call this one. What we witness is the same system in the past, and it is because of this Obi and Tinubu election that resulted to this rubbish. Because I didn't mean the presidency was free and fair. Then the governor would have been free and fair. Look at the turnout yesterday. People refused to vote. Even myself, I did not come out from my house. Come out to go and do what? As in, you are calling people a fool, that people will come out from their house, and at the end they will vote, their vote will not count. And you come and be deceiving them that it's your civic right, go and vote. I don't know what these people take us for in this country. We are not going to take it again. No. Election, listen, it is either they give to Obi or democracy have ended in Nigeria. Because what we are experiencing here is not democracy.
So what do you expect, sir?
Obi is the solution. We won the election. We won the election. The person that won should be given the mandate to lead the people. You can't impose somebody on the people to lead us. And I saw something online that the president is signing that once a president is sworn in, that between 2 months he will sworn cabinet. What cabinet? Festus Keyamo. You don't die with that now. They begin to swear which cabinet, evil cabinet. And let nobody deceive anybody in this country that when the man enters, he's going to do it. There is nothing good that will come out from devil. It is in the scripture that when the devil tells lies, he's only doing what is natural to him. So when you are seeing the devil and somebody is telling you that don't worry, the devil is going to do well, it's a lie.
Tinubu is demon.
Yes, it's an evil man, because check the platform in which he wants to become the president. When the foundation is corrupt, don't expect anything from the building than to collapse.
Can you say the same thing for Rivers State, sir?
For Rivers State? In Rivers State, it's a similar thing. because it's not free and fair. It's not free and fair.
So the ruling party imposed a particular individual on its residents.
Yes, it's the same thing. Because even yesterday, the few people that came out, I myself, I did not come out. The people that came out was complaining that some touts are beating people, chasing people away, that you must vote for PDP. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But our problem is the presidency. Because when the head is corrupt, that is the body, it will affect the body. So that is why you see the Nigerians came out in mass to vote to correct the head so that it can be replicated to the state. But when what we saw in February, no, it's nothing to.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Come at this. In Ward 14, that's in my ward, Unit 3. That's my unit. In
Election in 3 units.
No election in Ward 14 as a whole. No election in Ward 14 and 13. There was no election. So it marveled me, how come the result they announced that Kana, PDP win in Kana? How did they do the election? Where did they vote? And INEC did not bother to hear the cry of the masses from that axis that there was no election. That the whole thing of that, the whole election in that area was violent. There was nothing like that called election. So I don't know where INEC start from to call the Kana result as a PDP takeover. So I don't know.
So this is rigged election.
I don't even know, call it rigged. There's nothing like election in Kana. I mentioned it, I quote, Ward 14, where I came from, Ward 13, being my neighboring community, there is nothing like election. The material they bring to the question center and they ask the EO, how is the beaver? No memory card in the beaver, no battery, the beaver is off. How come? Okay, can we tell us much about it? The next thing, PDP take over, they adjust the material and they took it away. They did not distribute to any unit, no pre-unit result, nothing come out. So how come about the result they announced?
When people have been disenfranchised in their locality?
From voting. Now INEC announced that PDP take over and win in Kana. How do they win? When those wards, there was no election in those wards.
So what can you say of this election? So
what I'm saying is, it is right time, because I believe that my comment here, if we get to INEC, they should remember that there was no election in Ward 14 and Ward 13 in Kana, where I came from, in both way and in both ways as a whole. So whatever they announced that PDP win, they should take note that there was no election in that axis. So that's my comment.
It's a rigged election.
It's a rigged election. It's completely rigged election. Yes.
You're not happy with the outcome?
I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very disappointed in INEC and River State government.
Thank you, sir.
I feel so bad. I'm so sad.
You're not happy with the result?
Yes, I'm not happy with the result because there was a kind of bylaw snatching and shooting all over the whole state.
River State?
River State, perhaps. In River State, there is a lot of shooting during the election. So I don't think the election in River State are free and fair.
So rate these elections, sir. Some people are saying this is the worst election so far.
Yes, I agree with them. I agree with them because I'm a citizen of this state. I've been in this state that conducted the election. I have not seen an election that are rough as it is today. So for me, PDP, Wike, as the governor of the state, has really mortgaged the future of Rivers people by dictating, because he's running kind of dictative government in Rivers State, authoritative government, or system kind of government in Rivers State, which is not supposed to be so. This is a democratic government that we need to benefit freedom and free of association. But now in this case, under Wike is quite different from what it is to be. Now, how can, as a government, how can you thank right to the people that whoever that knows that is not going to vote for your own candidate or your party should not dare it to come out? You know, it's threat to the voters. So that made a lot of the voters not to come out and vote for their candidates. So For me, the election in Rivers State was marked by irregularities. There are a lot of irregularities in the system in this last.
How do you see Fubara administration in Rivers State?
Fubara, we have not tested him anyway. We have not tested him. And I believe that if somebody should emerge first. We have not seen the person. If it is Fubara, just that he's leading. So far he's leading, but we don't know him as the governor yet until he's been declared.
Similar Fubara.
Okay, same Fubara. Can you say what can you say of this election? Is it free and fair? Because of what we witnessed so far, you see, people have been intimidated. Ballot boards have been snapped at the polling centers. What can you say? Is this an election or a mere election?
My brother, with what I saw,
yeah,
this is the most peaceful election since democracy that any INEC chairman have conducted that I've seen. There was no shooting.
No shooting.
And my LGA, everywhere was peacefully. You know where I came from? Everywhere was peacefully.
Yeah.
One man, one vote. You understand me? So I want to urge all rivers to disguise those rumors that is flying up and down. The election was.
But we've seen clips, videos at Moscow Road where ballot people have been intimidated. Generally speaking, not just talking about your own polling unit. In Rivers State, is this election free and fair?
It's free and fair. What do you expect from Ogedusa?
You are happy because your candidate won.
I'm overexcited.
With irrespective of the means used to attain to win the position or the election.
There is no means. The means in the system was free and fair. I told you, the people work perfectly.
But we have complaints from people. We've seen clips in Rivers State, gunshots, even at Gambia, which we witnessed. People say this is the worst election so far, while you are saying this is the most peaceful election so far. You are speaking for yourself, while a lot of Nigerians are saying this is the worst election so far in the history of Nigeria.
Listen, you can bet me.
Yeah.
As I told you earlier,
yeah,
you must expect this reaction I'm seeing in social media from the failures.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
If they are the one winning, you will not see all these things.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
Them know.
So
even Amechi, the leader of opposition in Rivers State, he knows that the election.
What do you feel about the outcome of this gubernatorial election in Rivers State?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yes.
Why?
Like I said, Sin Fubara will win. He won.
Adimi announced the winner, declared the winner.
Actually, he have not been announced.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the 5 remaining local governments.
Can you say this election is free and fair election with what we witnessed with voters? People have been ballot balls snapped, shootings, and people fled from their units.
Well,
or you are just happy because your candidate won?
I'm happy my candidate won. I predicted him to win.
Irrespective of the means the politicians used to achieve the aim.
Although I heard in the news, but where I voted, there was a peaceful election. Where I voted, there was a peaceful election. There was no ballot snatching, no intimidation.
Yeah. So what do you expect now that Sim is winning? What do you expect from his administration? Don't you think it will be a puppet in the hand of Wike, since he's a protege of Wike?
Except he chooses to do so. Except he chooses.
But in the history of Nigeria, this godfatherism has never ended well.
I agree with you to an extent, but that has been part of Nigerian politics. Godfatherism is everywhere.
We can see Amechi was what happened between Amechi and Jonathan, and Wike and Amechi, they were alibi before they start company. Is it going to end well at all?
For me, yes, the election should be cancelled in Rivers State. The governorship election should be cancelled in Rivers State because there was no transparency in the system.
So, thank you, sir. Chama, how do you feel?
Well, I can hold the mic. Yeah, you give me one. I'm happy. I am happy.
Your candidate won.
You should know that I'm happy. Fobara is not my candidate, but I envisage this. If you should recall, last time you interviewed me here, I told you that it will be difficult for your candidate to fail because the man is on ground.
But it's not been declared a winner yet.
What is remaining? The margin that is remaining cannot make him not to be a winner. That's just the truth. They are on ground. They have campaigned more than even every other political parties in River State. For me, you know, I am judging based on my polling unit and my ward. From Ward 7 in Rundele, to be precise. This is the best election I have ever witnessed in my lifetime. You will ask me why, and I will tell you. Since the arrival of democracy, there is no day that I've gone to election to vote that I voted. It will be that maybe when 3-4 persons have voted, you will see boys molesting people, carrying out ballot boxes, and making away. I am coming, sir. I am coming, sir. Making away with electoral material, ballot papers, and INEC officials. But this is the only election that I have witnessed and I voted for. I voted for my candidate. The first one, the presidential, I voted. This one also, I voted. That's why I count it to be the best. Unlike other ones, that where you cannot, voting cannot even go up to half, and you will see fighting.
But sir, in some polling units, I don't know of the polling units, voters have been told that if you are not voting for this political party, don't dare it, leave this place. Is that the same case?
No, no. In my ward, in my unit, my ward, Rundele, nothing like that happened. People were allowed to vote for whoever they want to vote. Yes. But we heard, what you are saying, we heard, but it did not occur in my place. We are civilized people, Rundele is civilized people. So you can't come and begin to tell people, Naktankraya, if you don't vote for these people, they will do this. No, we didn't do such thing in my place. That's what I'm telling you. Like what you said, we had so, but in my place, we didn't witness it.
You don't think that influenced PDP winning
That I can only say so if I have witnessed it. I did not witness such thing in my own unit. The truth is that if you are going to vote for, you are not going to tell people there that I am going to vote for APC or I am going to vote for PDP. It is your right, whomever you want to vote for. So when you get there, you make use of the ballot paper and you thumb it and you vote. So I think sometimes we are causing the problems ourselves. During election is not a time of campaign. But you can see in some polling units, some people are saying APCO, APCO, some people are saying PDPO, PDPO, which is not meant to be so. By right, nobody's supposed to know where you are supposed to vote for. I think that's the challenge. See, the problem we are talking about, we are contributing, not only the political elite, we also are contributing. That's just the truth. Is it the first time? Is it the first time it's happening? Is it paying money for people to vote for you? Is it the first time it's happening? People should grow up. As I am now, I don't have much money. But no, I don't know any amount you will give to me to change my mind on the person I want to vote for. So, to offer, I want.
like $1 million US.
If you like, give me 1 billion naira. I am telling you, from my house, I have made up my mind. See, one thing I don't do, I don't tell my wife, I don't tell my children, vote this person, don't vote this person. Go there and vote whoever you want. But in some families, they will tell their wife, they will tell their children, you must vote here. It's not supposed to be. It's no longer a franchise. It's no longer something you are doing willingly. So that's where all of us are getting it wrong. But remember, I told you that similar Ifobara will win River State. Didn't I say so? And I told you that Jagaban will win. Didn't I say so? Because these people are on ground. They are on ground. If APC in River State want to win election, they should come home and begin to work. Amechi, listen, sir. Amechi came, was it on Wednesday or Thursday? You understand? And begin to campaign. Why didn't you come to campaign since the campaign started?
They are on ground. So when you say they are on ground,
when you say, forget about talking, brother. Listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir. Do you know that the governor of River State has over 200 essays? Do you know like that? Serving commissioners, council chairmen, local governments, 200,000 essays, councillors. Do you know they have all these things? It is in a way it would still influence the voting. That's just it. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, does the APC have any one councillor? LP, do they have any one councillor? So it's a process. It's a process that will take time, and if they want to get it right, they should come out. They should come out and begin to do grassroots politics, not radio and television politics, no. Not media politics. Well, if you ask me, election is not a one-man thing. What I mean is not only INEC institution. The security, the INEC, the people like me and you, the media like you, we all have a role to play. We all have a role to play. Because you can see in some polling units, you see where some people are saying they are buying people over in polling units. Sometimes the security men will be there. Sometimes your own agent will be there when they are buying your own person. So all of us have to come down. See, it's a process. We will grow. We are maturing. It's little by little. We are getting there. It doesn't be like this before now. Formerly, you see gone here and there. But in this one, like I told you, we did not witness such thing in my own unit.
You are happy with the process so far?
We are growing.
You are happy with the process? What happened in Rivers State with the winner or the winning party? You are happy with the result so far?
Even if they repeat the election again, PDP will still win. That's what I'm telling you. 200 essays, there's no how 50 essays will not vote for them. All the councillors, there's no how all the councillors will not vote for them. All the LGA chairman, there's no how them and their family will not vote for them. The commissioners, their appointees. So that one will give them an edge. Only that one will give them an edge. Yes, yes, yes.
God bless you. My chairman, thank you, Mr. Promise. Senior Bros, how about you? Election in Rivers State.
And we did not record much casualty, so I'm happy for that.
What we witnessed so far, Cliff sent in Moscow Road, in I think Kana, somebody was saying election material were hijacked at the unit. Do you think this election is?
My area is very free, and some of all this thing is propaganda. I don't believe that they are hijacking of material.
You believe the party are aggrieved because the ruling party won?
Yes, they are aggrieved.
Like, what do you expect from Sim Fubara, his administration so far?
Well, because I know he's a seasoned technocrat. He's a technocrat. He will do well.
He's going to be a puppet in the hand of Yesu Wike. The history of godfatherism in Nigeria, it has never ended well. What happened between Amechi and Wike? What happened between Wike and Nathan? What happened between Saraki? You know, we've seen cases. What do you say about their relationship?
Sometimes people might be looking at him to
predict the other time that the party is going to win. But you can also predict.
I am seeing him to do what is good for Rivers State, because Wike always love Rivers State. So he always do good thing for Rivers State.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy, very happy.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless. How do you feel about the result?
When I'm feeling so happy, why I'm feeling happy that my party won. I fully support, because before now I told people that there is no how you defeat the sitting governor, the ruling party. The ruling party always have the upper hand, because it's the local government chairman, all the councillor, everybody is working for the ruling party. And secondly, the election went out where
it was free and fair.
It was free and fair. Everyone was commenting.
My colleague is complaining that there's no election in some units. So don't worry.
But one thing you need to understand in this life, that when you lose, you must always point finger on somebody. That's one thing you need to understand. When you lose, you point finger, say this person was this one. Nobody will lose that will not complain. So to me, the election went where?
It was free and fair.
Complete.
Will you rate this election?
Man, I rate the election.
You rate this election that it is the best election so far in the history of Nigeria?
It's the best election so far, because why I say it's the best election, because if you go some polling unit, there was no gun shoot, there was nothing, there's no violence. People just go in, vote. Like one of my chairman said, he said when he was giving us a testimony concerning his own unit from Dele, He said, since he was born, started voting, he have never experienced this kind of peaceful election. He said before 2 or 3 people vote, before you know, fight will start. For this very one, you just go there and cast your vote, go out, everybody last and count their vote.
People are intimidated due to, because it's a town cry, people are, that at the unit, if you don't vote this political party, you are not, you can't stay here.
Bros, what you need to understand that people must always carry rumors.
Is that rumor?
Yes, rumors, something, because me, a committee where I say in the Uboguru community, I did not hear such town crier. But people must also carry rumors to bring us to frame, to defend their supporters and thereabout.
For example, we've not find the cases in Rivers State, but in Lagos, you've seen where at the polling units where people are told, leave here if you're not voting for this political party. You can't say the same thing for Rivers State.
But me, I cannot tell about Lagos.
You did not witness.
I will not witness.
Other people witness.
But I'm talking about Rivers State. So people, those who are voting, like one of my neighbor in my compound is a SDP agent in the polling unit. He said when he come back, he was even telling me, say he have never seen such peaceful election. Though that his party did not have any one vote, but he said everything went peacefully.
So you're happy, sir?
I'm happy, sir.
Your party won.
My party won.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Yes, sir. With the outcome of this gubernatorial election in Rivers State?
Well, I feel good. I feel good.
Because your candidate won?
Not just because my candidate won, but compared to previous elections in Rivers State, this one is one of the most peaceful elections.
Because with what we witness,
your other previous election, we used to have casualty in different LGAs, and sometimes you will hear that social LGA is inconclusive, and the election, they will refix the date for the election. But this time, we've not heard such a thing, and so far so good. They have declared about 20 LGA results.
Are you happy with it?
Yes, I am happy. I am happy.
You don't see this, you know, a lot of people did not come out because people are discouraged from the previous election result, or their candidate did not win. That is the person of Peter Obi. People are not happy. Do you think people will be happy with the same result? Looking at people say some people are agree because saying Wike betrayed them in the previous presidential election.
I don't think that His Excellency betrayed them because he never opened up that he's supporting Peter Obi. You understand? He never opened up that he's...
But Peter Obi is the hero of the presidential election.
Yes, because the way Peter Obi comes, and we are happy. Like I told you the other time that Peter Obi, I work for him. I sensitized some persons, and I made them to vote for him in last election. So I don't think that Wike is against Peter Obi or he worked for Peter Obi. In fact, he didn't work for Peter Obi, and he never told us that he's going to work for Peter Obi.
So you can say this election is free and fair.
This election is free and fair.
Like you said before, with the voters, people have been shootings at the polling unit, ballot balls snapped, even in the town.
Anybody that went to snatch ballot balls, you expect you receive shooting from the force or security agencies.
Security agencies are not available in all, or they are not harmed in all the polling units.
That one I cannot say, but in my own area, the security agencies are available. They were there, and there was no casualty, there was no snatching of balls, there was no fight, there was no challenge of each other. People vote and go.
You are happy?
I'm happy, of course.
What do you expect from Sim? I
expect him to continue from where Wike stopped. Because if we say the truth, Wike have worked tremendously in these states. So we enjoy his governance. We enjoy his governance, and I believe Sim will continue from there because I knew that this is one of the things that developed Lagos State. After the governors, after Tinubu left, Fashola come and continue from where Tinubu stopped. Fashola left, some other person come and continue from where the other person stopped. So it helps to develop the states. Because if another party take over, they will bring different policy that may set back some areas back. So I am happy because PDP continue.
I think Yeah, Wike is godfather. There will be, clamor after, having issue. Just what happened between Wike and Amechi. What happened between Amechi and Jonathan. The issue of godfatherism in Nigeria has never ended well.
Well, if you give me power to rule, you should also give me time to operate. If you don't give me time to operate, I will react. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. So you don't think Fubara will be a puppet in the hand of Wike?
Puppet? I don't think he will completely be puppet in the hand of Wike, because when they make you governor, you are the #1 citizen of the state. Any other person at that moment will respect you and respect the office, because you are the #1 citizen of that state. So I believe that Wike have tested the power. He knows the use of power, and he knows what power is. And I believe before he brought in Fubara, he knows what Fubara can do. Maybe he knows that Fubara is a good candidate for Rivers people. A lot of assessments. So according to him, he said, I am bringing someone that will continue from where I stopped. So I believe that Fubara will work, because at this point, Wike is still flagging up projects in Rivers State. Working projects in Rivers State that we have never seen in any other states. What we see in Nigeria is, after 4 years, they will do 1 or 2 things that will make them to come back for second tenure. Then after the second tenure, as soon as they assume office, they will start packing our money without showing work.
And this is a different scenario.
This is a different scenario. That is why we voted for PDP.
Thank you, sir.